weekday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Apologies for being a bit late today. OBS gave me an update. It was all weird and wonky, and I had to fix some stuff. But today, I'm actually legitimately excited after checking out the Board Game Geek page for this. And I just like the main image for the 4th most popular project in all the Kickstarter games right now. That is World Order, a race for global hegemony. I'd make that tagline a smidge bit larger, and by a smidge, I mean a good deal. But I see plastic components. I see a box that kind of blends into the background. I honestly changed the background color there. I don't think it's doing you any favors. But the most exciting part to me is 14 stretch goals unlocked and a solo mode. Not that you really need to tell me that with 1 to 4 players down here, but it's still nice to mention 120 minutes to 180 minutes. Fantastic. That's what I say. Sometimes I feel like I see Kickstarters and people want to hide that. And it's like, no, there's no point to hiding that. You're not going to convince somebody to buy your 2 to 3 hour game, after the fact, most likely. If they're scared of 2 or 3 hour games, they're not going to get it. You got to lean into it. This makes me more excited to check it out. Shape international relations and lead global powers to dominance in an area-controlled board game from the creators of Hegemony. Cool. You're covering the Enormity Kickstarter by Into the Unknowns tomorrow, right? Biggest release after Lands of Evershade. That is the plan, I think. Whatever's scheduled tomorrow is tomorrow. I scheduled it like an hour ago. I was just like, what looks popular? So, wait, what the heck? Where am I? I clicked on, that was weird. As always, let's check out the video. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? Wowza, $764,000. Kudos to them. Let's go.
The year is 2010, and the global balance of power is shifting. The once dominant United States is witnessing a decline in its global influence, while new powers enter the spotlight and
So we're talking theme, artwork mixed in. I will say this is one of those few times where the theme will get away with it because it is such a distinctive, interesting theme, but I hope we get to those components pretty soon because the components are really what sold me on this one.
And redefine the current world order. China emerges as a rising force and the main challenger of Washington. Russia plays an intricate chess game with the West, while the European Union aims to carve out its identity and strengthen its role. Who will take the lead in this rapidly changing geopolitical landscape? Welcome to World Order, a deck building.
So about 30 seconds of the lead up there. I didn't think that wasn't terrible. Like I like the artwork. I like it. Really gave me the distinctive sense of the artwork. That's going to be this is a realistic game. Think Twilight Struggle. That lane. Most likely think Hegemony, but I haven't played it.
Area control board game.
Tomorrow he has Tales of the Arabian Nights 40th Anniversary Edition on schedule. Oh, should I be checking out the Unknown Territory? I'll have to put that one for next week. We'll see how it lands. Or maybe I'll just switch it up. I don't know.
That simulates international.
You know what? For Sebastian tomorrow, if I get to it, I will make that tomorrow's.
Relations. Take the role of USA, China, Russia, or EU.
Love it.
And spread your influence around the world. Improve relations with foreign countries. Invest financially in large-scale projects. Engage diplomatically with your allies.
Ooh. Loving that player board. The dual inlaid, lots of stuff going on there. Looks good. Familiar but different. Reminds me the boards give me vibes of Plague Z. Very good game, by the way. Really enjoyed that one.
Engage diplomatically with your allies. And build military bases, enhancing your military presence. However, do not neglect your domestic capabilities. Ensure your productions continue to fuel your economy.
I want to play this. I want to play this game. And not only do I want to play this game, I want to look at every single country. I want to look at the expansion, which inevitably is going to add another country, and see what each one is different. And then next time after I play, be like, oh, this time I want to be China. Or this time I want to be them, that, the other. Like, I'm excited.
Economy. Trade to get resources you're lacking. And keep your people prosperous. Research new options.
No, go back. I want to see how that card system worked. It looked cool. I mean, you left me wanting more and it worked. Okay, they tag onto each other. Like it. I'm in on this game.
And improve your infrastructure. Focus on what's important every round. And don't succumb to your opponent's threats. Will you manage to establish your superpower as the global hegemon? From the team behind the multi-award-winning Hegemony, lead your class to victory. Discover World Order, a strategy board game that merges years of academic research with real-world dynamics, developed in collaboration with esteemed academics.
You want to let me know how to actually give a crud about your book? You do an educational game, first and foremost, at least for me personally. And I do want to mention at the beginning, I am the target market for this game. I am huge into historically themed games, 2 to 3 hours. That's my jam. So I'm taking everything with a grain of salt here. But I now want to go through that book, because like Twilight Struggle has a real nice one as well. What was it? The one that... I'm trying to think of another one. Yeah.
Academics.
I want that book. I want to look at it.
World Order carefully recreates the geopolitical climate of the 20...
I'm assuming you're showing me the deluxified stuff right now. Good. Because I remember these were actually wooden, which were nice. They were nice wooden. They had the screen printed or heat stamped. I couldn't tell which one. But now we're like on to the deluxification. So I love everything they're doing in this video for the most part. I feel like it's really well made.
2010s. Offering
It's not only well made, but I feel like the content is also well positioned, if that makes sense.
an immersive and thought-provoking experience unlike any other. The world is watching. Will you rise to power, back World Order, and seize your destiny?
Hopefully that will mess with that. Thank you, Sean. So, after the video, do I want it? Yes, I do. I am the target market. Who made that one? Hegemony Project Games did their own video. Can you do it? Yeah, I'm not worried about it. You mentioned Hegemony a couple times. I'm sure you'll mention a bit more down here, but specifically, like give you BGG rankings, whatnot. But just mentioning that you've made other games before. Hegemonic Project Games is an innovative board game company that aims to create board games that link international relations, politics, and economics with gaming. We've already brought you. And that's the other thing. I really love how thematic this game felt. Like, it's like all the different mechanisms you were showing me worked for the theme of the game of like controlling a country, and I just I eat it up. All right, Hegemony, lead your class to victory. I've heard nothing but spectacular things about this one. Pretty sure it's out because I've seen it in the wild, but we'll make sure people. It's not a flaming dumpster fire. You need to contest regarding issues. You pledge your copy. I'm asking again, what is the time for the delivery of the French version in Canada? I haven't received my pledge. I've not received an email. Ooh, a year ago. Oh man. Oh wait, is this after? Yeah, go poke in here and talk to people. Wow, when was the last time you were in here? Over a year ago? Icky. Like, once a month, pop in. And it's like, I'll give you a pass. I wouldn't even give you a pass if you had like 10 other projects. It's still like, just pop in once a month. Like, it doesn't take that long. Especially if you go from what I've told, the best way to do it is go from the back to the front. So it's like, yeah, I was supposed to do that every single month. That was one part of my jobs when I work with a company. And what I always do is if you go from the front to the back, then you just get stuck in the front. You never get to the back. You go from the back to the front because chances are, you're 8 projects ago, nobody's saying anything. 7 projects, maybe one person, 6. And it's a weird little, I don't know who's going to use that advice ever, but it was given to me, and now I have given it to you. Deal with it. I think it's solid advice, though, if you're in that which situation. So, can you do it? Yes, but pop in there, talk to those international people who are annoyed. World Order masterfully weaves deep thematic narratives with strategic gameplay, delivering all the undercover education of Hegemony in a more accessible, streamlined experience. Love that quote. Masterfully weaves thematic narratives and strategic gameplay, because that's what I wanted to know. Well, that's what I was feeling. It was like, oh, this feels like it's connected well thematically. It's like, this is the first quote. Yes, it's connected well thematically. And plus, it's educational. Love that. Love that when I'm learning stuff in games. From the team behind the multi-award winning lead your... So I'd show me some of those awards. Come on. Show me. Let's see. Hopefully you will later. I won't look now because maybe you'll show me later. Maybe you're going to do it like the Awakened Realms part and you'll put it all the way down at the bottom. The ultimate international relations simulator. Zoomed out really far. I still want it. Ages 14, 1 to 4, 120. Languages, cool. Spanish. Ooh, that's an interesting logo. Hegemony Project Games once again knocks it out of the park with another game that manages to deliver an incredible experience. If you like Hegemony, do not skip on this one. It's a great game. If you like their other game, don't miss this one. That's what that quote says when you strip it down to bare parts. World Order could be my top 10 games in 2025. It puts the Hegemony Project at the top of the pack. So, once again, this is where it's like names instead of companies would be great. Like, Like, if it's Bauer's Game Corner, like, people are going to assume it's me, because there's not much, like, I guess it could be thoughts. Yeah, like, if it was a quote from somebody who did Thoughts of the Corner with me, like, it's just weird to me, because if this is coming from Richard versus if it's coming from one of his underlings, I don't know if that's a derogatory term. I don't think so. I was going to say minions, but that would definitely sound derogatory, but in a fun way, so you get away with it. Either way, if that was Richard, it means a lot more than if it was someone else, just because, I mean, he's not an OG, but he's like right after that. He's in the second, or third, and fourth wave. World Order is extremely immense, but still extremely accessible. But either way, any way you're saying it's one of the top 10 games of the year, could be, that's promising. That's where it's like the superfluous fluff is so good that it's like, okay, that's good fluff. Warlord is extremely immense, but still extremely accessible. One of the best political board games since Hegemony. I do love the immense part. I don't know what that means. I want to know more. I'd like to know a little bit more. Like, oh, the number of cards, the variety, the events, the this, the that, the upgrades. A little bit more would be great there, but still, it gets me excited. I wanted to know that. I want to know that I'm going to be able to play this 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. That's what I said. Like, I want this to be one of the type of game where after I get done, I'm like, oh, I want to play as China. Oh, I want to play as USSR. I want to play as them. I love it because it's because of games like World Order. I play board games. If I could only back one Kickstarter this year, it would be it. Wow, only back one. I have not seen a quote like that before. Hegemony is a masterpiece of a game, but I personally prefer World Order as a game. So this other one is a masterpiece. This is better. Okay, so that's essentially a lot like that first one. No, yeah, but I feel like this one does it better just because they call them. I don't know. Maybe I'm splitting hairs. World War combines a complex. I'm done with it. I'm done. Emerging power, the basic pledge. Nobody wants it. 55, 59, convert the currencies. Beautiful. Great. I can get the under $60 version if I really wanted to, though I'm not. It's there. It's clean. It's clear. Fantastic. I don't even need a long, sexy scrolling shot. Hopefully it'll be next, but this is good. Next, for $70, $50 price jump. What am I getting? World of Turmoil expansion. I obviously need that extra expansion, which is, of course, going to give me more rolls. I wish that was here. I wish it was like right there, right down there, but whatever. We'll get to it. Soft concepts, book, soft cover. Great. So I get the book I want, and I get an expansion for an extra $15. I've made this natural progression to step 2, and I feel like that was a really easy, smooth transition step. Let's keep going. Can you get $55 extra out of me? That seems like a lot. Hardcover book. You know, I was a big fan of the book when it was just a book that I own. Now that I own it soft cover, I don't know. Whatever. I'm not here to display the book. I want to look at it. Miniature pack. Okay. Cool. Metal coins. All right. 55. Doesn't feel great, but it doesn't feel terrible. And then we're going the extra 35, not a huge jump. A play mat, hopefully it's functional. Premium sleeves, don't care, but some people do. And a notebook, okay. This feels... Battery's Law is going to get broken. This one's not going to be the most popular one. But I don't hate it. It feels like, even though the play mat and the sleeves lumped together is a little... I don't know. Let me know what you think about that. As long as they get add-ons, it's a moot point. Stretch goals will be given for free to all backers in this campaign after the game is released. Any additional gameplay material unlocked. Cool. World concepts, order concept, free Kickstarter exclusive book with every pledge. Ooh. So I like that. I don't get to zoom in on it, but I see the meaty amount of text on this book. I'm excited. And that also kind of lends itself well to the years of research part that they mentioned in the video. You know, it kind of goes well together. Like, it makes me more excited about the book. A beautiful book, full to the brim. I want to say academic write-up of everything that this game has going on. That actually really gets me excited about that book. Like, because that's cool. It's a separate quote just for the book. I love that. I kind of love what they're doing here. Third of a point grade bump up. I think that's the first time I've ever seen someone put a quote on, like a book accessory. I'm not against it. All right. Meet the academics. Very small. It makes it like a lot. Like, I feel like we've so much wasted space. I just want to do that to it. Just make it a little bit bigger on some of the stuff, more important stuff, which is not the color. Russia plays with this stuff. We're talking theme. Cool. What do I need? What do I need? I just want the components. Let me see me those components. Actually, I want to know about that expansion. But once again, I can't complain because I can go over here to pledges and detail. Yep. They stole that idea from GameFound, and it was one of the best things they stole. Now they just need to get rid of that stupid fact they don't show you how much money on the outside anymore. It's so annoying. World Order is extremely immense, but still extremely accessible. One of the best political games since Hegemony. Was that the same one before? Regurgitated quotes. Okay, so $55. Book, game, great value. In. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if this was the highest pledge level. It's not, because that would be sane. That'd be sane. Well, no, it's not. It's fool. Of course it's not, because the next one's going to be. The $15 price jump is totally fine. Okay. World in Turmoil. and I get this extra box. That's what I want. An expansion for World War Order that adds to the game actual events that took place since 2010. Ooh, that's fun, but also gets the chance to prevent them and change the course of history. Dude, that sounds awesome! Will you allow for Brexit to happen? Could the tensions in Ukraine have been avoided? How did the pandemic affect global economies? Learn about these and many other important events that shaped our times and which I don't even need an extra faction. That sounds awesome. So it's 60 cards, 50 cubes, 5 colors, and 1 folded board. Cool. I'm in. I love it. I want it. And it's 15. So now let's see if I can get the 55, and it's just hard covering the book. The minis packed, 44 miniatures. That's a good number. Love to know the size, but I got roughly an idea. These 4 worlds, 4 miniatures, 24 into state. Okay, you got me. You got me. Plus, it's an unlock. That's a nice thing to do there. I want to talk about that right there. I feel like that's a really strategic placement. I feel like that was a really good placement. We're going to a third of a point grade bump up. Because right now it's like, okay, cool, the pledge level, you're trying to sell me on it. But by putting this specifically here, it not only brings up the stretch goals, which I think should always be higher now that we funded, but it also lets me know, oh, that this is a living, this is a living thing, right? Like this $55 that I'm jumping up to this is only going to get better from here on out. And conceivably, this thing looks like it's going to do a lot more money potentially. Well, yeah, actually, I don't know what it was. I've been so disconnected from Kickstarter. Oh, 71 hours left. So yeah, it's going to be booming. It's definitely reaching 1 million, I'd imagine, for the last week. All right. So kids were home Thanksgiving, so it's just whoo craziness. Coins. Those are really nice coins. Zooming in on coins. That's how you zoom in on coins right there. Woo. The miniatures pack. You're selling me over it. You know what? I take it back. Actually, let me see. So this is wow, that's a nice playmat. 56 by 50 centimeters. Come on, convert that for me. What is that? 2 feet, 2-ish feet by 2 feet. So like 28 by 25-ish. World Order is everything I hoped it would be. That's a nice one. But the bottom line is you unrolled it so I can see it's actually a functional playmat. That's what I want. Premium sleeves. A set of 350 premium sleeves, enough to sleeve all the cards, and as stretch goals get unlocked with more cards in them, additional sleeve packs will be added to this bundle at no extra cost. Cool. Okay. I still don't think that's going to be the most popular pledge level, but it will be very interesting if it is. Let's check it out. All right, $1 get you the thank you, $11.70. People sitting on the fence, okay. Or maybe, you know what, actually it's probably people just not wanting to lump in. Because like I said, putting together the sleeves with the playmat, with the heart, like it's like there's some definite stuff that I don't think a lot of people are going to want. If you're not a history buff, if you just like the game, like the book's like, eh. All right, so the very reasonable one, 419. That's a really high number for that pledge. I want you to understand that is a really, if you're a fan of this channel, you'd be like, wow, that's a dang good number. Because typically your basic one is like nothing. It's like, if this were 41, I'd be like, okay, that seems right. But it's 419. That's great. That's nearly a 500 print run. Nice. Then 2,800 for this one, which once again, it looks like a banger. It's 15 extra bucks. I'm quite frankly, it blows my mind that there are these 400 people that exist in the universe. They're like, that $15 expansion, don't want it. And it's like, maybe it's the book. No, the book's already there. I don't know. Just blows my mind. Then we got 1553 for the Superpower Deluxe one. Very nice. Not quite up to that one, but once again, they are going to be fragmented. And then this one, 1733. Good for them. Good for them. And I'm not a sleeve guy, but the way they showcase that, I can see why people could easily pull the trigger. Not to mention, it's not just supporting the game, it's supporting the company and what they do. This is their second game. Right now, they have a very clear and distinct track record and a style that they are trying to go for, which is nice. It's always nice when a company has a lane and they stay in it. That's coming from someone who goes the hell out of their lane all the freaking time, but it's nice, and it's like, oh, okay. Back, like, for instance, with Tasty Minstrel Games, mostly, when they did, like, middleweight Euros, it's like, oh, yeah, they got this small box stuff they put out, but mostly it's midweight Euros. Like, it's like a sweet spot. I would never do it if I started a company. I'd be all over the board. I'd be like, oh, my God, I love this worker placement game. I love this. Man, look at all these fancy thumbnails. I got to get on it. No, I don't. I have way more important stuff to do. That's like Bauer's Game Corner 5 years from now. The thumbnails can wait for other things. Oh, wow. Whoa! I don't think this should be buried down there. Okay, so we got gameplays, how to plays, lengthy ones, but still. Wow, so many videos. Great. Then stretch goals. I totally feel like these should be higher. I always say this. When you launch a Kickstarter, what's your goal? Goal is to get funded. Once you get funded, what's your goal? If you have stretch goals, it's stretch goals. So put them first, put them front, get people excited. Like, oh shoot, we're already funded. We're already looking at adding extra cool stuff to the game. And so here's the other thing here: $764,000, and your first stretch goal is 50 and then 75. That means I'm in for a heck of a fun ride. I'm gonna strap down. I'm gonna take a drink of coffee. Hey, there's Richard. There's Richard on his shirt. Because I'm excited to see what these stretch goals are. All right, 75, 4 additional strategic assets. Cool. Don't know what that means. 4 extra cards. I get it. Acrylic production markers. They're nicer. Component upgrade. Great. 5 additional growth abilities. Oh, that's fantastic. 10 cards in total. Nice. Score markers will be silk screen pressed. Now that is such a nice one. A mini expansion with objectives inspired by each superpower's 2 geographical goals. Cool. Box interior printed. Don't care. You know what? You know what? I take that back. I take that back. You put quick setup in there. You put like a helpful FAQ in there. Like, that's what I want to see. I don't give a crap if you put some art in there. Put something functional in there. That would be still my beating heart. Solo mode. A new deck of cards for solo play. That's fantastic. That's a banger. I'd love to know roughly amount the cards, but still, I see 1, 2, 3, 4. I see at least 7. 4 new ability cards. 2 copies of each, 8 in total. That's a great way to showcase that too. New miniatures. Ooh, okay, cool. World in Turmoil. 5 new events. The expansion's getting nicer. Very nice. Silkscreen printed wooden turn order markers. 8 additional strategic assets. The promo pack. Woo! Hercules! Available for free only to backers of this campaign. Along with the new Hegemony promo pack, you will also get our 2 previous promo packs. What's the 369? I wonder if is that what Hegemony hit? I wonder, that's clever. Is that no. Is it? Yeah, there it is. Cool. I saw it. Good for you. That's a fun one. And that's like that fits into it. Like, that's great. Like, that's brand loyalty there. That's awesome. Silkscreen printed markers. Awesome. Focus marker design chosen by backers. Ooh, click here to vote. Clickable links, no less. Yeah, I totally would put this. And you're sending me to your BGG. Oh my gosh, have it all. Have everything. Have everything. You know what? I'm gonna throw down 30. What? Jesus, not 311. I'm not made out of money. And I'll even vote. I don't know what I'm voting for. Boom, flags. I voted. Anything else I could do to help to support it? No, I'm out. Let's see. Because you know why they're doing this? Because they want to get on the hotness. Arcs. Yeah, you live there. Need to play that. Is it working? 10. 15, 20. By the way, I have not put out any content on it, but I want to give a shout out to Andromeda's Edge. It is really freaking good, and I like it a lot, and I want to play it more. But children. Wow, they're not in the top 50. So far, Blood on the Clock Tower, staying strong. And so this, once again, but Hegemony is, and this is once again, I'm going to make a bold proclamation here. This has $800,000. I imagine they're saying to themselves, wow, that's really surprising. We're not on the BGG hotness, right? And here's what I always say. If these stretch goals were at the very top, how many more clicks might they get? Just saying. Just saying. I don't know. I don't know if that's exactly why, but it's like, I mean, it couldn't hurt, right? It's not like you're going to get less clicks putting it up top. Not to mention, this is exciting. Like, this is an exciting way to get into this. Like, oh my gosh, all this new stuff. This is, like, what I hope is underneath here is, like, 57 unlocked cards. Whoa, upgraded plastic insert. Yeah, that's hot. Okay, cool. Social goals. Ooh, cool. An expansion? Here, I'll throw you one on X later. World Order brilliant captures the high-stakes tension of global politics in a way that's both thrilling and strategic. Every decision feels impactful. I do like that. It sucks when you have a turn. You're like, I don't know what to do with this turn. It doesn't really matter. Concepts, a physical copy, stretch goals. So why back now? Analysis paralysis. I like the name of that name. It's a dense game in which there's a lot of interaction and above all development of our deck of cards and our personal board. That is... Thank you, ChatGPT. like, cool. Thank you for that brief synopsis. Choose a reward tier. Change your mind. Receive updates. Retailer pledge. Pledge manager with shipping. 16, 18. You convert you didn't convert the currencies for me. Come on. You did so well. Up above. So the one I want, 7 to 25, 29. Man, it's still an area control game we're paying $200 for at the end of the day. That's wild to me. Okay, but it looks good. They took me on a fun ride, and I was the target market. And I feel like even if you're not the target market, like the $59 one doesn't look bad. Like every pledge they have doesn't look terrible to me, which is really good. FAQ updates, comments, give us a grade. I'd organize this like Reload from Colossal Games or a variety of other ones that have copied that same basic format since then, because my question is question number 20. That's really annoying that I have to read through 20 questions. And yes, I know that's a Kickstarter problem, because GameFound solved this, and they just like, oh yeah, you can search through the FAQs. Steal that idea, please. Q&A with the designers, a brand new article and videos you may have missed, because there's a lot of them. So November 28th, so this one's from 2 days ago. 0 engagements. Icky. Let's see what the most engaging one. 12, 47, 29, 18. Okay, not terrible. That was except for that 0. Let's see. Vote now for which design you like most. Yeah, so you told me to vote, and that's how you get more engagement. It's not hard. Like, it's the lowest hanging fruit possible, and I'm not knocking it, right? Like, this is how you churn engagement. It's good. This is what they should be doing. A lot of people would respond to each one of those. In this one, I'm honestly kind of glad you didn't, even though it'd be good. It'd just be weird. Great choice on A. Like, okay. To the comments, give this one a positive grade. All right, which focus markers do you prefer? To vote, follow the link below, and it'll be transferred to a poll on Board Game Geek. If it's so important that you wanted to pin it, how about you pin it in the spot where everyone is going to have to go? Like, it's just any time that the stretch goals are buried, it's like, why? They are, as soon as you start hitting them, they can be your most valuable commodity to pushing someone into that fear of missing out. Like, I gotta get this one. Like, they make the value better. A, Sean's on an A. Yeah, I feel like that's where we're at. Like, I can't. Why is everybody rooting for the flags? We already get the flags and the player order tokens. Come on, vote for the monuments for more variety. Guessing the flag. Oh, I voted for the flags. Sorry, Mark. Brandenburg Tor is not a symbol of the European Union, so someone get into the weeds. Cool. Looks good. Hello, shipping costs will be calculated after the campaign ends based on your location. Will be paid through the pledge manager. Note, we will do our best to keep shipping as affordable as best. Can we get a copy of that? Oh, wait, it's a Hegemony's in the pledge manager. Did I miss that? Was that as, because if that was not mentioned in the add-ons, did I just gloss over it? I think I might have. Oh yeah, I could just go to the add-ons. Turmoil. Oh, there it is. If you wish to add a copy of Heritage Media expansion that's accessible to your pledge, you'll be okay. Cool. Never mind, it was there. Final grade, yeah, I think I'm an A. Seems like an easy A. Definitely some stuff where it's like, do it a little bit different, but overall, rock solid. I was the target market though, but even if I wasn't the target market, I think I could maybe see A minus, B plus at the absolute lowest. This is a great campaign page. Gets me excited for the game. Tells me a good deal about the game. No rule booklet. Or maybe I just glossed over it. I kind of forgot about it because there's like 57 videos, so I'm assuming it's probably there. But final grade is an A. If you enjoy the content, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below, and I will try and put enormity, assuming I don't wash my hands too soon, as tomorrow's show. If not, I'll see you tomorrow for Tales of Arabian Night. Show note, no show on Wednesday because I have yet another dentist appointment. They do not end. Not for me, for my son. Bye-bye.